Hey, it's Zen. Welcome to my channel. I hope you're having an amazing day wherever you are. I thank you so much for choosing to spend some time with me today, and I hope that I can be of some value. So, let's get into it. My husband and I just bought a house. Yay! We are super excited. We're actually building a new construction home. So it'll be a few months or so before we actually have a house. But throughout our research process, we didn't really come across a lot of information about the price of upgrades. We knew, or I guess we had an idea of how much of our budget we wanted to set aside to accommodate for upgrades, but we just didn't really know how much the upgrades would be. I mean, I saw a few figures, but they were from, several years ago, so not super helpful, not really applicable to 2020. And so I knew that once we started our process, I definitely wanted to make a video because I wish there was something like this out there when I was looking, so that we could at least have some sort of ballpark figure for, what things cost. Instead, we went in pretty much blind, and have come out of it pretty shocked because some things seem reasonably priced, and then other things it's just like, all right, now y'all know y'all charging too much for that, like why? But I'm not mad, they gotta make their money too. And really, if you're getting these upgrades through your builder as they're building the home, then of course there's a certain level of convenience that you're paying for as well. So we acknowledge that, we're okay with that. Some things are worth it, some things are not. That is for you to decide. So I've got my list here. This is actually from the sales consultant that we were working with. He sent this over to me, has the prices of all the upgrades. These are not estimates, these are not figures that I just made up. This is all as of 2020, approximately about a month ago. So where are we in October already? So September. And we are in the Indianapolis, Indiana area. And so these prices obviously reflect that housing market. So please do keep that in mind going forward. And I hope this can be of some help to you. So let's get started. I've got some notes. I'm going to grab those too. Now, as you can see, I've got a whole packet here. So I could go through this line by line, every detail, every upgrade, if I really wanted to, but that would be a long video. And frankly, I don't think anybody really cares about half of the things on this list. Now, I'm going to give you about 3 different things from each category, so 12 upgrades total. Now, if you want more, let me know in the comments. I can definitely make another video. I can do several videos. The way that this packet is formatted is that it has structural upgrades, electrical upgrades, upgrades in the kitchen, upgrades in the master bathroom, so on and so forth. So if you wanted me to do a video for each category, I could totally do that, but I won't do it until I see that there's some interest in that. So let me know again below, and let's get started. All right, so I'll start with the kitchen because that's probably one of the biggest ones, and it's definitely the room where you're going to spend the most, so accept that. It's also the room that you're probably going to spend a lot of time in and going to have family and friends there. And it's sort of the center of your home, so you want it to be beautiful. So it's not worth skimping out in your kitchen or in the master's or owner's bathroom, whatever you call it. Those are going to be your 2 most expensive rooms in the house. So knowing that, the first thing that was a bit surprising for me is that if you want to get built-in stainless steel gas appliances, that can cost you anywhere from $2,600 to $4,500, depending on what level your appliances are at. So for us, coming from an apartment, you know, we've always had electric. I never had gas, so I am super excited about that. But you always see houses, or I guess at least I always see them, where the stove, ovens, a lot of the times double ovens, are like built into the wall, like built into the cabinetry. And then where the stove top is just on its own, it's built into the countertop. And then most of the time the microwave is built in as well. So that's what they mean by built-in appliances. I thought that was normal in houses. I thought they just came with that, honestly. I know it's kind of dumb. But anyway, I was surprised that it cost as much as it did. So keep that in mind. It's a beautiful look. It gives you that chef-style kitchen. Makes your space look a little bit more custom and just more expensive. People prefer that. So in my opinion, that is worth upgrading in, but it will cost you anywhere between $2,600 to $4,500. Again, that varies on the type of appliances that you get, or I guess I should say how nice they are. So I could talk more about that in another video. If you'd like, let me know down below. Next, backsplash in the kitchen. So that is not something that's included. You do pay for that. So for us, the standard was a subway tile. That was approximately $855. And it can go up to about $1,800 depending on if you have a nicer tile. So do keep that in mind as well. I guess I didn't really know or have much prior knowledge about backsplash. I know subway tile is super popular, you know, especially in the herringbone style right now, which I do really like. But I figured for me, for that price, I knew that I would like a more unique tile. So we opted against getting the builder to install our backsplash, and we'll just have it done after closing. So keep that in mind. That's an option. You can buy your own tiles and then hire someone to do the backsplash, or if you're handy enough, install it yourself. So you can save quite a bit. But again, if you just want the kitchen done when you get it, when you move in, you don't have to do anything, you know, just be prepared to spend $855 to $1,870. And the last upgrade I'll mention in the kitchen is what's called a convenience package. So this is when all your drawers and cabinets have a soft close mechanism. So they're all soft close. And then there are a few drawers that have rollouts or pull-out shelves in them, so super cool. And then your trash is built in as well to the cabinetry. Typically it may be in the island or next to the fridge, but that's what the convenience package is. This was $2,700. Now I don't really know what I thought that was gonna be, but I was kind of shook by $2,700, honestly. In the grand scheme of things, it's not a lot of money when you're spending thousands of dollars, but these little things can add up quick. So you just have to decide if it's worth it for you or not. For us, it was, because we didn't want to have all that installed later. And, you know, we just wanted it done. So moving on to the master bathroom. So depending on your builder, typically for your countertop, there's a standard option. Most of the time it is a standard granite. So for our builder, it was granite, but it was like two really dark color granites that honestly were just outdated looking and ugly. Like, we didn't like them at all. So we did have to upgrade the granite. That can cost anywhere from $800 to $1,200. just for the granite in your master bathroom. Now, in our case, we do have a double vanities, and there's a built-in like makeup vanity in the middle, so it really is pretty long. Like, it's a lot of granite, so you know, more material costs there. But if you have a smaller master bathroom or a smaller vanity, then of course it wouldn't cost that much. But if you want like white in your master bath or quartz or anything like that, it's gonna cost you. So you know, $12.50 on the higher end was what it was for us. Or $800 on the lower end. So the next popular upgrade that I see a lot in master bathrooms that nobody tells you how much it costs is when you have the separate garden tub and shower. So again, nobody tells you. Most of the time, builders are just including, like in your master bathroom, like a standard, like just a single shower, or like a shower bath combination where the shower is in the bathtub. So if you want anything other than that, it's going to be a pretty significant upgrade. Now, I chose the separate tub and shower as my example because I know a lot of people get that. The garden tub is when it's like a nice size soaker tub, and it's attached to the shower, usually next to it with a glass door. So that is $4,400 on top of, you know, everything else. So it's a lot. And again, excuse me, for a master bathroom, because I've mostly always seen them that way in new houses, I just thought that was how they came. But no, it's definitely an upgrade. So again, $4,400. And the last sort of random upgrade that I'll mention for the bathroom was that the mirrors. So if you know anything about new construction, then you know that the bathrooms always come with like a really standard piece of glass as a mirror, basically. Like, it is unframed, it's usually square, it's like pinned on the wall. So for us, if we wanted to upgrade those mirrors in our bathroom, it would be $380. Now that's for 2 mirrors, and again, they're already super basic, and the framed one that they would be offering is not even much nicer. So $380 for that. When you know that you can go on Wayfair or Home Depot or so many places and get a really nice mirror for like $100, even $50. So for us, that was definitely not worth it, but thought that was worth mentioning because if you see a really nice bathroom, most of the time they don't have those standard mirrors on there, but it is something you want to upgrade later on your own. At least that's what we've been told, per my research. A couple other things I'll mention just as random details throughout the house that you don't really think about the cost. For us was a fireplace. So in our apartment now, we have a wood burning fireplace, and we, you know, have cold weather. So having a fireplace for us was not optional. It was absolutely a must have. In this particular case, it is a gas burning fireplace, and it's $4,900. So that's before you add on any sort of decorative elements to it, or stone or tile or whatever. $4,900 just for the fireplace and, you know, the surrounding basic thing. So that's a lot. But again, in the big picture, not so bad. Tray ceilings. I've always loved tray ceilings. Any kind of ceiling detail, I'm a sucker for. So I knew that we were gonna have to have some in our house, but I didn't know that they would cost $1,100 each. So if you want one in, you know, more than one room, then it's gonna be about $1,100 each for basically like a dent in the ceiling. So honestly, I don't know how they come up with that price. You know, I'm not going to bash it because I don't know the amount of craftsmanship that goes into it. I just know it looks beautiful. So $1,100. And then the last detail I'll mention is, like, you know how you see these cute little entryways and they've got the little coat hooks and boot bench and the kids' little cubbies in there. Yeah, those are about $1,500. So again, is it horrible? I don't know, that's up to you to decide, but $1,500 was a bit surprising for me because it's basically a bench and then it's got like the hooks above it. I mean, it's built in, so it does look nice, but it is something you could do on your own. We've actually, here in our apartment, I've actually created something like that for very cheap, probably $100, maybe $150, compared to $1,500. But again, you can't really beat the built-in look. So worth it for you, perhaps, maybe not for the next person. That's up to you. That's the glorious thing about building a house, is that you get to decide everything. And so it may be worth it for you, it may not. It may not, it doesn't matter what the next person thinks. Just do you at the end of the day, because that's what we've done. And then lastly, I'll just mention a few random upgrades like that I didn't even consider or really think cost extra. So like the garage door openers. Yeah. And when I say openers, so this doesn't just include like the remote, it includes like the actual like track system thing, or the giant battery, or I don't know, whatever you call it. But those, along with the remotes, cost about $650. Now we were told that's about what it would be even if you tried to have that installed later on your own. But I mean, come on, like, who's gonna move into a house without a garage door opener? Like, nobody. So that's definitely something that's worth having the builder put in. That way on move-in day, you go right into your garage. You don't have to wait and have someone come do that for you. So worth it for us, but just surprising in that they wouldn't include that in the cost of the garage. Like, I need to be able to operate it. Why is that not included? But whatever. I just thought that was worth mentioning because that was not something I considered at all. And like extra outlets. I mean, of course your house will come with plenty of outlets, or at least it should anyway. But if you want extra ones in a particular spot, for us, those are about $70 a piece. And then the last random thing, okay, so paint. So most builders, at least from our experience, will include a standard color. So like for us, it's Sherwin-Williams, oh gosh, Natural Choice paint. Or some builders, it may just be like a white, but typically it is a flat paint, so it doesn't have any sort of sheen or gloss to it. And I believe they paint the ceilings as well, so it matches the walls. So that's standard. But if you want a particular color, like this year, agreeable gray has been really common, and our builder did offer that to paint the entire house, which in our case is about 3,300 square feet, was $3,000. Now, I've never had a house. I don't know what it costs to paint. I really don't know what I thought this figure would be, but I was a little bit shocked at $3,000. Like, because like for them to paint the standard choice, their normal standard color is $0, but to use agreeable gray, it's $3,000. And I'm like, you're going to be painting anyway, so why is it $3,000 extra? Well, it's because of a two-tone paint. system. So I don't know, whatever. It's complicated. Actually, it's not, but I'm making it complicated. The point is that if they're going to be painting anyway, it's like you're basically paying $3,000 for the paint. And we all know Sherwin-Williams agreeable gray paint is not $3,000. And so, and not only that, but I didn't really even want the whole house to be the same color, because we're people that really like color. By we, I mean my husband and I. Like now, I mean, we have a couple different accent walls just in our apartment. So like we like color, we're going to paint. So for us, that $3,000 for the whole house just to have it painted over in most of the rooms, for us wasn't worth it. We're just planning to hire someone after closing to paint most of the main level, and we may still go with agreeable gray, but I think we'll save $3,000. Like hopefully it'll be like half of that. We'll see. But anyway, I wanted to mention that because again, painting is not something anyone really talks about as far as how much it costs when the builder does it. As you can see, the builder can pretty much charge whatever they want because again, there is that premium that you're paying for convenience, which I am all for. I don't have anything against that. I'm not mad. So you just have to decide what's worth it for you, what isn't. Again, if you would like for me to go through more popular upgrade options, I will happily do that. Like for example, if you want to know how much it costs to finish a basement, I can tell you that. Putting in a deck, undermount lighting under your kitchen cabinets, that's pretty popular. Cabinet height, a 36-inch cabinet versus a 42-inch cabinet, if you want to know what that price is like. Kitchen hardware, you know, faucets, tile, flooring. I mean, is engineered wood really that much more than vinyl plank? Which one's worth it? Which one's cheaper? We can talk about all that, but you have to let me know that you want to see that in another video. So comment down below. I hope you enjoyed this content. I hope you found it helpful in some way. If you want me to cover more, I can definitely do so. I will be sharing more as my husband and I continue with the home buying process. Like I mentioned, we're still very much in the early stages. Well, actually, we've got our pre-construction meeting coming up next week, so we're getting pretty close to, you know, things happening. But, you know, let me know what sort of content you may want to see. I definitely plan on sharing more. I will also say, as far as builders, now obviously builders' prices are different. They include different things. Their standards are different. But I just want to say that as far as the builder we use is one of the more popular builders in the US, or I guess in the nation. So I won't say which builder, but I'll tell you that it's either Lennar, Pulte, or Fisher Homes that I was using for price reference, just so you have that. So again, thanks for dropping by today. Hope you enjoyed your time with me, and I will see you soon.